What is up, everybody? Just wanted to talk about a few things that piss me off about truck drivers. Hopefully we can get some people up in here. I know that some people might still be out there driving. Let me get this camera in a better position. So hopefully some people get in here. All right, so it looks like we at least got one person in here. What's going on, one person? Who is this? All right, what's up, everybody? Justin, Afro, that's what I'm looking like right now. As a matter of fact, hold on a second. I'm going to have to take it back old school. You know, when I've been out for a while, my hair starts getting a little wild. So, it's time to handle some of this business right quick. Oh shit, hold on. All right. Yeah. Get some of this hair picked out right quick with this fork. All right, so that's some ghetto shit right there. And when my hair is this long, that means I've been out too long. Not because I want to. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And I'm glad that my wife is understanding as she is about this. But this definitely was not the plan. All right, so Justin, Fred, Opie, what's up, everybody? We got 19 people up in here. So I want to talk about some shit that pisses me off about truck drivers. So I'm up here at the Loves in Jasper, Florida. I-75 exit 451. What's up, Dick? So last night I went to go stop at this Loves in Manchester, Tennessee. Now, there was a truck stop that I had actually stopped at. What's up, Misfit Flatbedder? There was a truck stop that I'd originally stopped at that was about 9 miles closer towards Nashville. But my fuel stop was going to be at that Manchester, Tennessee Love. So I figured, you know what? My hours are pretty low. I only have
1 hour and 13 minutes of remaining drive time.
An hour and 13 minutes left on my 70-hour clock, and there's no problem with that. Some people are like, I only drive 8 hours, so I never run out of hours. That's some bullshit right there. I always get loads that match my hours, and sometimes that's even better. But I do want to ration my hours as much as I can. So I'm like, you know what? If my fuel stop is going to be at this Love's down the road, I might as well park at that Love's so I can leave, do my vehicle inspection and fueling at the same time to save a few minutes on my clock. So that's what I did. So drove down to that Love's, parked. Now here's the two things I can't stand about truck drivers. First of all, there was this girl that was trying to back in at this Love's. And you know how people try to crowd you when you're backing in and stuff like that? So it kind of threw this girl off, and she like abandoned her whole backing situation. And you know what, that's not my problem or whatever. You know, I don't like it. I think it's some bullshit when people do that. It wasn't like they were blocking her, but it was just like that pressure that people put, like when they're like when they pull up right there in front of you instead of just giving you a little bit of space. So normally if I see somebody that's backing in, I'll stay obviously far back so they know that I'm not trying to rush them. So anyway, that's one thing I don't like. The next thing I didn't like was when I woke up the next morning, because I was going to start driving at 0100. So for those of you guys that don't know military time, 1 o'clock in the morning. And I wake up probably about 11:15 for some reason. Had to take a piss, whatever. And there's a truck parked right in front of me. So I'm like trying to look at it, and I'm like, am I going to be able to get out of here or am I not? You know, I'm not sure. So I go back to sleep and wake up in the morning, and there's another truck parked like in front of that truck. So now I know I cannot get out of this spot. So what I really hate, this is the one thing I hate the most, is waking another motherfucker. Like, I can't stand waking up a fucking trainee if I'm training them. I really hate waking up a motherfucker I don't know to wake up and move their truck. So I gotta wake up two drivers. Well, one driver was inside taking a shower. So when I was knocking on his door, he was actually coming back out. And then I knock on this girl's truck. I didn't know it was a girl at the time. I'm like, you know, knocking on her door. I'm like, hey, you got to move. She's like, well, what about this guy? I need both of you guys to move. I need you to either move back or move forward. You know, I don't need no fucking attitude. When you fucking park in a place that's not a spot, I don't need your fucking attitude when it's time for me to leave in the morning because you parked in a place that you shouldn't have parked. And the thing about it, and this is what I don't understand about, you know, the thing I don't understand about some people is there are two truck stops about 9 miles closer to Nashville that, hold on a second. There's two truck stops about 9 miles closer to Nashville, because I was at the Manchester, Tennessee Loves, that rarely ever get full. But you got all these people that are stacked up at this Loves. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was like an obstacle course to get out of that place. And things I'm proud of about trucking, I've never parked on an off-ramp. I've never even actually parked at a place in a spot that's not a designated spot at a truck stop. Why? Because I know when truck stops are going to get full. If I need to, I'm going to pull in. And hold on a second. I'm gonna split my clock. I'm gonna do whatever, but I'm never just gonna be inconveniencing somebody else because I need to park. That shit pissed me off. Reaper Rider, that's my old trainee right there. Man, I actually miss those days. That actually might have been my favorite training experience right there. Not just because he's such a good guy, but we weren't really running super hard. And like I said in the previous video, I'm glad that he was able to dip his toe into trucking, realize that it wasn't for him, and kind of go on. So sometimes the best thing is to realize that something isn't for you. But that was a good time, I'm gonna tell you what. So anyway, that's that. Waking two motherfuckers up, or telling one guy to move and then waking up some lady to move so I could get out. I could never sleep like that. So anyway, you know, I've had a few people message me or email me, because generally my email, I don't know about these lives, but generally my phone number and email address is going to be in the description or whatever below. And somebody had emailed me about some questions, and man, sometimes these questions get so long, and I'm just like, just call me, here's my number, whatever. But a few of the things that have popped up in some of these questions is, talking about the pay to be trainers and what that's like. And I really don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that too much, because it's all over the place in terms of what trainers are making and things like that. And I'm not training, so I can't put that information out there right now. But let's see. So anyway, a lot of times if you're going to send me an email, so anybody that's watching this, send me an email, I'm going to send back my phone number, and then you just got to call me from there. How bad does that headrest smell? I don't know. I don't really get my head on the headrest, but I know my froze is going to be looking pretty tight here in a little bit. Damn, there was some other shit I want to talk about too. Man, I get on this live and I forget what I was going to talk about. I know I was going to talk about the things that I hated, but there was some other stuff too. And now I'm just at a loss for words, I guess you could say. One thing I can talk about, and actually this was something I was planning on talking about. We got about, I'd say, at this Love's, I can't see the whole lot, but I'd imagine there's probably 25 spots that are available. Legal spots, like where they're supposed to be spots. I can see right now, before any of this, before parking even becomes an issue, we got 3 trucks that are parked by the scale where there aren't spots. There's at least 2 trucks parked on the curb. And this is while there are spots available. So I don't get that. I don't get why people park like this when there's spots actually available. That awkward moment when I find something left over in my hair. Now, that's not the case right here. Shoot. So, I don't know who's calling. But what I will say is I have never been to Jacksonville, Florida area at all. And all of a sudden now I have 2 loads coming down in the Jacksonville, Florida area. Catface enthusiast. I have really never even seen a lot lizard, if that's what you want to call them, at all. The closest I've had is somebody trying to pick me up, a guy trying to pick me up at the, what was that place? It was the, in Mississippi. Damn, I forget the name of the place in Mississippi, but it's a small shell place out there where a guy was actually trying to hit on me. And I don't know if that was a lot lizard. It was just a guy that was trying to get some company that for some reason thought I might be a target. So hey Dick, I'm not gonna be in Jacksonville that long, man. I'm about 85 miles out. I'm gonna drive in there, drop off my load, and like I try to tell, I have a driver that's kind of fairly new. Listen, when you're about to deliver, tell your fleet manager where you're headed. So as soon as I get to my 90 or my delivery, I'm gonna send a message. If I don't have a pre-plan by the time I leave, I'm heading up 95 towards Savannah, Georgia. That's what I'm going to say. So try to let everybody know what I'm doing. So if I do turn down a load that's coming back the other way, they'll understand why. But I'm hearing that they're getting a little strict on this turning loads down. And I don't know if some of the stuff's true, not, but in this market, I'd probably take mostly what's going to be given. What's behind the curtain, man? I got like 5 duffel bags full of shit, clothes or whatever, because I could be out here for forever, damn near, and have enough clothes to last me. Romaine the trucker. Hey, I'm glad you're headed towards California. You're usually going to get a long load out of there. I saw one of your videos talking about you didn't get any miles, or you guys are going to do whatever. That's all good for a student. Getting paid for not driving, you cannot beat that at all. But somebody else is making another space. So right now, they're already creating issues leaving this truck stop. We're not even 80% full at this truck stop. And people... Now, at first I was thinking it was people that just couldn't back that were doing this shit. But there's like some easy backs out here. I don't understand. I don't know why people do it. I don't get it. I don't get it. So just some other questions I've been getting, yeah, I'm complaining, Slowpoke TNT. I'm complaining about truck drivers parking in places where I need to wake motherfuckers up in the middle of the morning. If that's complaining, then that's what I'm doing. There is no reason that my day should revolve around waking up another grown motherfucker in the morning so I could get about my day. So that's the complaining I'm doing right now. Now, I'm not doing no shout outs right now. Sorry about that. But Peterbilt driver, how is Prime these days? You know what? Prime is all right. I can only talk about what my truck does because that's the only thing I have 100% control over. And I'm always doing fine. As far as my fleet, well, you know what? That can fluctuate a little bit here and there. Let's see. Southbound trucker said he had to wake up 2 truck drivers this morning. Listen, I'm telling you, that is some bullshit, waking up people in the morning. And I parked in a spot that I didn't think was going to get blocked in because I was parked right in front of the shop. So I figured nobody's going to park there. Well, they parked there. Texas Terry, a lot of women do the job. A lot. I don't know if you didn't finish that sentence. This happened to be a woman that I woke up this morning, and I don't think that was gender related as far as that goes. But one thing I will say is that if I was to be in a position where I was going to wake a motherfucker up, I'm definitely not going to wait till I don't know if motherfuckers are putting on makeup or doing whatever when it's time to just move the truck 10 feet. But, taking 5 minutes to move when you're not in a spot and you're blocking somebody in is a little bit too much time. Are you? I can't read that question. 7 whatever. What's the fixed weekly payment with Prime after you pay off the truck? You know what? I haven't really looked that close. I've been taking such a fucking beating on these trucks, which, some people don't understand that I haven't even got that far yet. As of right now, I'm just offsetting some of these other trucks with some of the stuff. So uh, I haven't even worried about what the shit is. I'm worried about trying to come up at this point. Misfit flatbed trucker had to wake up somebody at the Salt Lake City terminal. I don't know if it's just new drivers or what the situation is, but sometimes this shit is ridiculous. That terminal, people pulling too far forward, not being too, far enough back to where people can pull into spots. I mean, I don't know if it's just people being new or just people not giving a fuck sometimes. I can't read some of these names. Hi, it's dangerous to drive distracted. I would agree. I'm not fucking driving, so I'm not sure if that was directed at me or somebody else. Let's see. Some Russian motherfucker had some racist shit to say. Must be a truck driver. Let's just go ahead and hide that motherfucker. Southbound says it is inconsiderate. It's raining. Yep, and having to wake up some other people. That pisses me off. I mean, things I do not like doing, and you can ask my son all this shit. I do not like waking another grown ass motherfucker up, or a teenager for that matter. Not as much for a teenager as a grown man or woman, but that shit pisses me off. Did I see the Drake meet video? I don't know nothing about Drake. I'm about hip hop, and Drake is not hip hop, so I do not listen to. I don't know anything about. I mean, I know who he is. Don't know anything about it, nor care about it at all. All right, this motherfucker gotta go too. All right, that saves me a little bit of time. All right, damn, we're just hiding motherfuckers like. Okay, so southbound trucker just heard we lost our big Home Depot account. I don't know anything about the Home Depot account. I'm assuming that's flatbed, and I'm not flatbed, so I don't know anything about that. I did get a message from somebody that said that we lost some Walmart account because we wouldn't run it cheap enough, but then we pulled in 100% of the business from or not 100. We pulled in some business from somewhere else. That's actually going to that Walmart. So I don't know. Things are in a state of flux right now. Anthony says, am I in a truck cab? Yeah, this is a Peterbilt 579 truck I'm in right now. Why am I saying bad words? I don't know. I'm grown. As an owner-operator, how often do you have to take a drug test? You know what? I'm not really an owner-operator. I am a glorified company driver, so I take drug tests whenever they say. It's been a while since I took my last drug test, but there was a time when it was like once every 6 months it seemed like I was getting called in. Well, one thing you can guarantee on when you go live is a bunch of fucking idiots in here. So I'm going through here blocking people. So I'm apologizing for any of this stagnation that's going on. Peterbilt driver, it seems like you were aggravated as all the bullshit. Yeah, I'm getting a little aggravated about some of this shit right now. And sometimes I just kick myself in the ass. I could have it so made right now. Slime Packs in the house, what's up? Well, here's one thing that somebody definitely is telling the truth right here. Frey, I don't know how to pronounce that whole thing. You are the coolest YouTuber ever. Now, see, somebody actually knows what they're talking about right here. Just joking. Romaine the trucker once every 6 months, not bad. Man, there was a time that I don't even see Romaine. Sometimes it's not how often you get the drug test, it's where you're at when you get called in for it. So they were telling me, there was one point where they told me I had to take a drug test and all this kind of stuff, and to get to the place was just going to be such a pain in the ass, and finding parking and doing all that stuff. I just ended up deadheading 180 miles to the terminal just to do it. GW, be safe out there. Driver, keep doing your thing. Many blessings to you and yours. Hey, I appreciate that. Romaine the trucker likes Slime Pack's accent. Do you still have your 21 Peterbilt? That's what I'm in right now. I'm in my 21 Peterbilt right now. As far as the drug tests go, it's your analysis. I'm not sure what Snyder does, but I've had a urine test and I've had like a alcohol test once where they rub like some swab on your tongue or something like that. John asks, what's my next load going, jabroni? I don't know. I think I'm going to deliver tomorrow in Jacksonville. I'm going to start heading. If I don't have a pre-plan, I'm going to start heading north on 95. There's a truck stop out there. All right, sorry about that. Hold on, let me get. Here's what happened. I had so many dickheads coming in here. And I'm trying to get rid of them, and I accidentally hit the mute button. So I forgot where I left off. That's why I went mute. Sorry about that. So let me go back and kind of go through this again. So I think where I left off, I said somebody asked where my next load was coming from. I don't deliver till tomorrow in Jacksonville. I'm assuming that my next load's going to come out of Georgia. So when I get to my receiver, I'm going to send a message to my fleet manager telling him if I don't have a pre-plan, I'm heading towards Georgia on 95. So hopefully I'm back on. See, this is the reason I don't like going live, is I end up having to deal with a little bit more idiots. You know what? I haven't really dealt with a dip in the freight market. What my dip in isn't the freight market. It's first of all, personally, I haven't had a problem. Now, if you're going to be operating more than one truck, then there's where things kind of come into play. So it could be a number of different things, but it's not the freight market that I've been dealing with. All right, so I don't know if I mentioned this. Somebody said they've been stopped 5 years because of prime score. I did get pulled over in Tennessee last year. The officer actually printed out a report of all the drivers and what the infractions were over the last 30 days and all this kind of stuff, and basically told me he was pulling me over because of that score. And I ended up passing that inspection. It was like late at night too. And he caught me on he had a license plate reader, so that's how he did it. I could see how some hazmat people would not want facial hair if they're going to be wearing masks and stuff like that. And I think somebody was... Damn. All right, let me just get down to the bottom, because now I got... Lenny, what's up? I just ran into Lenny out at... All right, Lenny now says I'm too loud. Okay, let me go down. I just ran into Lenny at the Manuka yard. I was running late on a load, so I really couldn't say what's up to Lenny, but Lenny's one of those guys that when I need to get my ear to the ground and see what's going on with things as far as training goes, he's somebody that I'll talk to. Budweiser loads. I'm not sure are we still even hauling Budweiser loads? I think that's one of the loads that we kind of gave up on, which I don't care about because Budweiser was not a great load to pull. All right, let's... All right, so anyway, that's what's up. I'm sorry so much of this live has been about me getting rid of people instead of what I should be talking about. But this is ridiculous. This is what I'm talking about. These are the things I can't stand. People are already blocking up ways to get out of here, and I'm looking at least 7 or 8 spots that are down there. And I'm not even talking about the other side of the truck stop. There's probably about another 7 or 8 over there. So we're probably talking about 20 spots in this truck stop. And people are already blocking people, beginning to start blocking people in at this place. What happened to T? Who's T? Elaborate on that a little bit more, Peterbilt driver. Lenny, my last student, it was funny because I think the Reaper Rider's in here. He was my last student. Well, he was my second to last student, and we didn't really run that hard. I think the reason was I did PSD with him as well, so I don't know if they had our truck flagged as like a super solo truck or whatever, but we didn't really run that hard, and actually that was great because I never felt like 100% tired. But my last student, everything we ran was FedEx and high val, and that's why when I got done with our 30,000 miles or 50,000, I forget how many I had to do with him. I was like, told him I'd like to slow it down and give him a week where we just focused on him. But it was all high value, all FedEx, and that shit wore me out. I work for Prime Ramel. Well, the girl that drives this truck, she's if you're talking about the first one, she went lease on her own. And hopefully that's working out great for her. But we got the United Nations out here. I got an old white guy, like, about as old as me. I got a younger black gay girl, and I got the biggest Indian you're ever going to see in your life. So we're everywhere out here. Yeah, so anyway, that's kind of what's up. I just wanted to come in here. I'll be able to at least go to sleep and not worry about what time I wake up in the morning, which has been kind of a pleasure because I've been running my ass off and I am just a little bit tired. We had some learning lessons going on. No, I'm not depressed. Somebody had a rollover 15 years ago. I'm sure they would hire you after that much time. Bro, I'm at a truck stop right now. I'm not see, I'm at a truck stop right now. I'm not driving. Fuck, what was I talking about? Oh, I know what I was talking about. I get questions about people, that either aren't doing good at Prime or in trucking, and they want to, or what am I doing or whatever. Now, first of all, I'm definitely not going to give anybody the formula on how to run multiple trucks, because that has been that's been a little bit more complicated, I guess, than I would suspected. But in terms of running one truck, I was just giving some advice the other day. You have somebody that run 3,000 miles or whatever, if they're a company driver, and it's like, that could be some good money, right? And a lot of people just take the foot off the gas when that happens. And it's those people that can keep their foot on the gas when they have a good paycheck that end up really being the ones that are making the money. You have a lot of people that could end up making all the money, but it's that hesitation. It's that, now I need a break. Or I just had a good, now I have enough money. Let me stop. It's those people that push through that shit that are the people that are gonna in life. It could be trucking, it could be whatever, but it's those people that break through. It's not, oh, I did great, now let me take a break. No. That break breaks you sometime. Anyway, this chat has got a little bit out of control with some of these people that are in here that I'm not used to. See, my wife's got in here and start blocking some of them, but it's not the usual stuff that I'd be used to, so I'm gonna probably just get out of here. But I kind of like this chat thing because it was bringing in people that normally weren't coming in. But if I got to deal with some of this bullshit that's coming through this chat, I'm not sure it's really worth me doing it. So let's see. Nino is a police officer in Missouri. What is up? I've never had any issues with DOT officers out here. As a matter of fact, Nino, one of the people that was doing some renovations on my house was a DOT officer. He was actually a DOT officer at the time he was doing this. I wasn't in trucking at the time, and we don't really talk like that anymore, but I've almost thought about getting him on the phone to kind of, or going and meeting him and talking about some of the stuff that, just talk about his life as a DOT officer. But Nino, as far as the glooming day, actually it's not that gloomy. I mean, it's not as bad as where I came from. It was raining my whole drive yesterday coming in from that the Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana area. Lenny, one thing that I think that people don't understand about this, and it comes with age, is a lot of people take their foot off the gas because they don't know any better, and they don't, like, it's natural. Like, you want to take breaks every now and then, but I think that you have to be in the position to take that break, and I think a lot of people have never been in a bad enough situation where they understand what that break can actually do. Or, let's say in trucking. So the person that I'm going to be talking about in this situation that took a break, so it's like, you know what, you do 3,200 miles this week, and then it's like, okay, you know what, let me take a day off to do this, when it really wasn't a time to really take a day off. But I mean, you know what, one day isn't that bad, but then you have to think past that day. So it's not just taking that day off, then it's not getting a load the next day, and then getting a load to the next day and a half till after that. So you've already blew up the whole next week. So sometimes you just don't know any better. All right. Another day with Waylon. Man, I thought that was you. You in the white Peterbilt next to me. I recognize that beard. I never really even comment on that channel. But, all right, I did recognize you. All right, so here's the guy that has a YouTube channel. I don't think I've ever even commented on his channel, but I watch his channel. Because he does videos like I could just put it in, listen to it. and drive down the road. And he was at Super Ego. Then he'd gone to SFI Snyder, and then went somewhere else. So I actually was gonna say something to him earlier, but I was on here. Louisville. Let me tell you about Louisville. So yesterday I was coming through Louisville, the day before yesterday, and normally I'm not one to dodge tolls. To me, tolls is convenience. But I'm coming through and I see that bridge, and it's like trucks are $12.50. I was like, you know what? I've never taken this loop around. Let me take that loop around that bridge. So I went ahead and hit that detour, not detour, but hit that, like, just went around it. And man, I'm not sure how many miles that was or what, but I'm not sure if that was worth $12.50 to go around that or not. But Louisville is one of those cities, depending on where I'm coming from, it seems like I am always hitting the fucking wrong exit, or like forever I'm going in there trying to hit an exit, and then I end up hitting the wrong one and having to pay a toll, going the wrong direction. It's horrible. Yeah, I'm over the road, Travis. Romaine the trucker boy, I will definitely see you if you're parked next to me, boys. Romaine the trucker, go check him out. All teeth right there. All teeth and all positivity. But let me get off this, man. I got kind of thrown off. I got kind of thrown off here by some people I'm not usually used to seeing in this chat. Boy, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm not sure if going live is the way to do this shit right here, because I am seeing more stupidity in this in these comments than I'm used to seeing. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here. I do appreciate you guys stopping by. No hippie trucking and transportation. Sorry that I wasn't on point on this at all, but a little distracted with some of these comments in here. So I'm gonna get off here, run in here a little bit later, take a shower, and wake up when I wake up tomorrow. I appreciate it. Later.